Assalamu alaikum. Today we're going to discuss something that we all hope for, that to create healthy family habits at home. We want to focus on what's important, what we might be missing out in the rapid, stressful life. We always feel rushed, we feel like we're running, and we're not sure if we're helping children with the important things or not. Sometimes we feel we don't have time to do the important stuff. So what can help us create healthy family habits? We're going to talk the first thing, or the first step about creating healthy family habits is having structure. We're not talking about a very rigid, strict, very tough routine, but we have some structure in our day, some structure in our week. Kids feel more secure and know what to predict when they know what to expect. They feel more secure when they know what to expect, especially at the young ages when they're still not aware of the time, they don't know the days. When they feel like things, they know, for instance, that after we get home, there are specific things that we usually do. We have a family meal, we get our homework done, for instance, if they're a little older, and then we have our shower, we have dinner, we go to sleep, we read a bit. The more we have some sort of structure for the day, generally human beings, even adults, when they have structure in their day, this is one of the things that people were struggling with when it came to the lockdown, for instance, when everyone was working and studying from home and all the days were not very structured. Some people started to feel depressed or feeling that they're not in control of their life, because having some sort of structure always helps us be more productive and also more calm and more useful, and makes us feel at peace. So, and for children it's even more needed. So it's a good idea. Do you notice that sometimes during Ramadan, for instance, we feel that things are going much smoother, like things are easier, everyone is calmer? Of course there is the spiritual part, but another thing that we can learn from Ramadan is having a fixed time for meals, having a fixed time to do things. We are all eating at the same time. We know what to expect. We have time for prayers. We have this kind of flow and smoothness and structure makes life easier for everyone. So especially for the times where there is stress at home, every home usually have a specific interval where things get a bit rushed and a bit loud, and sometimes we start fighting. We may need to take a look at this time and think about it. Does it need more time? Sometimes waking up 15 minutes earlier makes a lot of difference. Sometimes just writing down the routine and hanging it at home for the kids to start learning to do it on themselves helps. But at the end of the day, we need to look at what's missing at this time that's making everyone stressful. Another healthy family habit that we can start including is family meals, or having time where we all sit at the table and eat. Unfortunately, this used to be a lot more common in the past, and families have been complaining lately that they don't usually get the time to do this lately. But we need to remember how beneficial this is for children. Research says that kids who spend at least one meal a day with their family, the whole family gathers for dinner, or at least whoever is home sits down together to have a meal. These kids are more emotionally balanced, they are better connected to their parents, the parents know more about what's happening in the children's lives. The kids actually do better academically, they have better friendships, so it affects the kids in so many ways that some of them might seem obvious and some we wouldn't even think about. So if this is not happening at all, we can change it right away, but think of it gradually, at least starting with the weekends, and then trying to make one meal, breakfast or dinner or lunch or whatever, something that we try to have together, open discussions, all screens are aside, everyone is just connecting, because the effect of this is very important for us and them. Another healthy family habit could be to practice house chores and live the values of helping others, whether inside the house or outside. So if I want my children to learn the value of helping others, we need to start not only talking about it, but also live it in our lives, starting from our house. Do we help each other? Do we help our siblings with their homeworks when they need to? Do we do we have a role in chores? Also, research tells us that children who help with the house chores are a lot more responsible as adults, have more better capabilities, have better life skills, have more responsibility. So sometimes we need to make time to help the children do this, because most of the time it's much easier when we do it ourselves. For instance, like if they're gonna make a bigger mess if they do the dishes, or if it's gonna take more time, or if they help in cooking, it's gonna get so hard. But this is how they learn. We need to choose, do we only want to make things easier now, or are we looking on the long term? The last family habit that I'm gonna suggest today is family meetings. One thing we know about children is that they are more compliant and more cooperative when they feel involved, or when they feel that they belong. When all the house rules and agreements and decisions are coming from the parents, kids don't feel this way. So when they are only listening to instructions and orders and what they're supposed to do, by the time they start resisting, especially if they have a strong personality, they feel that they are, this is just something that adults want me to do. I don't understand why this is important. I don't know why I have to do all the things they say. So we need to involve our children in our agreements, because kids are much more likely to do things that they have been a part of deciding on. And also, as they grow, we need to involve them in more of the family decisions. So we create what we call family meetings when there's an important topic or a new rule that we need to agree on, or something that we need to discuss. Some families do this as a weekly event. For instance, in the weekend, we all sit and each one says what's happening in their life, what's been going on lately. If they need permissions for something, for instance, someone wants to go on a specific outing or on a trip, we sit down as a family and discuss it. Maybe after that, parents would take their time to come back with the decision, but they're involved. If we're moving, if we are buying something new, the more we involve them in our life, the more they will be more supportive and learn from us how decisions are made, how priorities are put, and also they will be more willing and more likely to come back and participate and involve us in their lives and share with us what's happening in their life. So it's a win-win situation. The more we open channels for communication, and it's okay to expect that at the beginning they might not be involved, especially if their age is older. They might resist it a bit, but let's try over and over, be consistent and be kind. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.